Today we're going to explore a whirlwind of moments that teeter on the knife's edge between incredible luck and heart-stopping tragedy. These tales are so electrifying, you may well find yourself at the edge of your seat. From a miraculous escape to a horrific car crash, to a bride who narrowly avoided a watery wedding disaster. Join us as we unravel 50 unbelievable moments where people got way too lucky. Number 50. The luckiest man. Now this guy had absolutely no clue about the imminent danger that was headed his way. At that very moment, he was definitely the luckiest man alive because things could have gone south real quick if that out-of-control car had struck him. Number 49. Parachute scare. Gliding across the sky can be fun until something goes wrong and you're all alone thousands of feet up in the air. In this paratrooper's case, he was about to land when he made a wrong move, and that split-second decision could have sent his chute plummeting, but fortunately it didn't. Talk about a heart-stopping near miss. Number 48. Bear chase. It seemed like a good day to go fishing, but wait, the bears in the area seem to have no sharing policies when it comes to their fishing space. Watch how our fisherman hightails it out of there, barely escaping the fast-moving predator. Number 47. Twist of fate. Ever had a routine day take a heart-pounding turn? Well, this guy, just trying to pump the gas, suddenly faces car thieves, but Lady Luck was on his side. With the gas pump in hand, he sprays the would-be thieves, and off they run. It has to be a gas-fueled escape you won't believe. Number 46. Fast reflexes. This mother was very lucky to have her sixth sense active, and her reflexes proved it massively. The baby is extremely lucky. Number 45. A brush with speeding fate. Talking about heart-stopping moments, this policeman is on duty just doing his job when suddenly a speeding juggernaut roars towards him at a mind-boggling 125 miles per hour. In the blink of an eye, he dodges death's grip, narrowly escaping the metal beast. I mean, talk about a close shave. Probably had his lucky socks on. Number 44. Dodging the charge. These two kids are cruising on their motorcycle, feeling the wind on their faces, when suddenly a wild and angry cow enters the scene. But these kids have reflexes like you wouldn't believe. They dodge the rampaging cow just in time, and as for our bovine friend, well, she crashes straight into a fuel tank, and that's what I call dodging a real-life catastrophe. Number 43. Who do you think was lucky in this clip, the naked man or the people who were driving? Number 42. We stumbled upon this jaw-dropping moment where a moving truck hooked a car, giving it a hefty crunch during a turn. Despite the car's fate, the people inside managed the luckiest escape ever. Can you believe it? The car might be a goner, but the passengers miraculously emerged unscathed. Talk about luck being on their side. Number 41. A lucky misstep. In this gravity-defying clip, a man is climbing up a ladder, but he misses a step at the top. Now you would expect a dramatic fall, but this incredible daredevil defies all the odds and lands perfectly on his feet instead of crashing onto the floor or hitting the table. I mean, talk about cat-like reflexes. The guy surely knows how to turn a potential disaster into an epic win. Number 40. Gym hero alert. Imagine just casually chilling and chatting at the gym, minding your own business, when out of nowhere a weight comes crashing down and you hear a loud bang in your head. Fortunately, this was not the case for our friend because his guardian angel is nearby. With reflexes quicker than lightning and superhero-like precision, his gym buddy catches the falling weight milliseconds before it smacks the guy square in the face. Number 39. When nap time almost became a crush. Here we have a guy snoozing away on the job, steering a mini cart like he's in a dream, and the next thing you know, he crashes right into a tower of cartons. But get this, he jumps out just in the nick of time, dodging a cascade of tumbling boxes like an action hero. If that's not a wake-up call, I really don't know what is. Fortune smiled upon him this day, keeping him from being buried under his own cardboard kingdom. Number 38. Apology bumps and near misses. This clip is a wild ride of sorry not sorry moments and jaw-dropping near misses. We've got a laid-back biker guy, a head-scratching apology out of nowhere, and just when you think it's peaked, he bumps right into a block. But hang tight, because against all odds, catastrophe is dodged, and that was a close one. Number 37. The Great Ladder Rescue. A mother, a wobbly ladder, and a sticky situation. Just as things get dicey, her little hero swoops in, lifting that ladder like a champ. And can you believe it? No more mid-air acrobatics for mom. Talk about a lucky break. This heartwarming moment shows us that sometimes all you need is a pint-sized superhero to turn things around. Number 36. Tunnel Boom Fiasco. We've got a guy here who thinks it's a grand idea to turn a tunnel into his personal 4th of July extravaganza. He sets up fireworks, sprints out, and then kaboom! First it's a simmer and then it escalates to a full-blown explosion. The fireworks like you've never seen before. The guy just bolts out in the nick of time, and talk about a close call. Number 35. The Luckiest Kid Alive. Can you even believe the sheer luck of this child? A heart-stopping moment unfolds when innocently sticking their head out of a window, and just as that window begins winding up, the parents, completely oblivious to the situation, are only inches away from disaster. But luck was on their side. Quick-thinking individuals nearby sprang into action, alerting the parents in the nick of time. Talk about the luckiest child of the century. Number 34. Duck and Dodge. Up next, we've got a guy sending in what seems to be a live-action circus stunt. Knives are zipping through the air, aimed straight for him. But wait, the guy's got skills. With perfect timing, he ducks low, and boom, the knives sail right over his head, missing by a hair. It's like he's locked in a dance battle with danger. And guess what? He's taking home the trophy. If he hadn't ducked, he'd be sporting those knives as a headpiece, and that's no fashion statement. Number 33. Pizza Superhero Alert. In this video, we see a man juggling a stack of pizza boxes, and one begins to fall, but what happens next is pure pizzazz. The guy executes a move that is nothing short of a pizza miracle, and that tumbling box somehow flips right back into his hands as though it had a mind of its own. Talk about a good slice of fortune. The man had to question if he had secretly had superpowers, but here's a spoiler alert. He may just be the pizza Spider-Man that we never knew we needed. Number 32. Crocodile Capers. This video is an absolute thrill ride, like a circus act that spiraled out of control. Imagine a cunning crocodile zeroing in on its next meal, and who's in its culinary hit list? Two completely clueless humans. But here's the kicker. The intended meal turns the tables, giving Mr. Crocodile a boot camp-worthy reality check. And just like that, he's slinking back into the ocean, settling for a seaweed snack instead of a human hors d'oeuvre. Talk about a wild turn of events. Number 31. Barely Alive. You know that feeling when you're so hungry that you can't focus on anything but food? Well, imagine a bear with a hunger as massive as he is, barreling towards a guy as though he's the main course at a feast. But get this, it's as if the universe had stepped in and whispered, "Not today." The bear does a complete 180 as though he had just gotten a text from Bear Central Command telling him to abort the mission, and he veers off in another direction entirely. Who knew that bears could have a change of heart? Number 30. Man Like Flash. This guy is so dialed into the moment that it's electrifying, but what if he hadn't noticed that car speeding his way? It's a good thing he did, because he got luck on his side. Number 29. Wedding Dress Splashdown. We've all seen the joy and excitement at weddings, but sometimes that enthusiasm can lead to some funny yet perilous situations. This bride, still in her gown, decides to make a grand entrance into the pool, but it's not as graceful as she had hoped for. She takes the plunge and finds herself in a watery mess, nearly drowning to death. But luckily for her, her friend, channeling their inner superhero, leapt to the rescue, skillfully pulling her out of the dress that threatened to turn her wedding into a wet disaster. Number 28. Rock and Run. We've all had those goofy moments where curiosity gets the best of us. A man just tossing his rocks hits a hornet's nest, And suddenly it's a race against time as the man and his friend, at turbo speed, sprint away from the angry swarm of bees.
That's a good throw. Oh!
Fortunately for them, their speedy getaway had spared them from getting a bee beard. Number 27. Bike versus minivan. For this next clip, we've got a hair-raising video of a bicycle rider who narrowly escaped a squishy situation. A cyclist zooming down the road and, oops, there's a minivan in the way. With a twist and a turn, he narrowly escapes a collision that could have been very messy. Was it luck? Well, absolutely. He had to have had a lucky charm tied to his bicycle. Number 26. Lion versus man. Lions generally are not the most friendly of animals. They're majestic and powerful, ruling the savannah with their regal presence. But here's a story that defies all expectation. An encounter between a lion and a drunk individual. Now you would expect chaos, but it becomes the opposite because Luck was in a playful mood that day. Instead of a fierce confrontation, what unfolds is a chill and chatty rendezvous where the man and lion sit down and even take a stroll together. It's said that the man had walked out of that den unscathed, leaving everyone scratching their heads in disbelief. Who knew that lions could be such chatty pals? Number 25. Hair disaster at work. Now, this one must have hurt. It was an occasion that nobody had expected, and now she's stuck. This would be a reminder to wear a bun at work if that hair manages to survive the ordeal. Number 24. Tiger wants a hug. This man is one of the luckiest people around. Even he himself could not believe that an animal that could rip him apart in a matter of moments was all jovial and holding him close for a hug. Number 23. Ostrich in a bad mood. Sometimes we tend to seek out trouble for ourselves, and that's what this guy did. Things almost turned sour for him, and the ostrich almost caught up to him but then tripped over the cart and got blocked. This was one lucky man. Number 22. Driving under the tractor. The rate at which daredevils will execute their plans is beyond alarming, because why would you even attempt to do this? Although it's a thrilling experience, everything could have gone wrong, and luck was on that guy's side, and they passed under the tractor unscathed. Number 21. New York Spider-Man runs from police. As a wanted man running from the police, this guy was ready to do anything to escape, and that also included jumping from an elevated subway track. This was a daredevil parkour move that could have caused major injuries if gone wrong, but he did it anyway, and his luck was intact as that move helped him to escape the police. Number 20. Little girl accident. This driver was going about his day casually until a girl popped out running into the street. Luckily for her, the driver was sharp with his brakes, escaping not only death but injuries as well. Number 19. 2 trucks, 1 car. Driving on the highway requires a lot of patience and precision, but this driver didn't seem to have any. He learned his lesson after he tried to drive between 2 huge trucks. None of these trucks knew that he was going to overtake, and as a result, brushed him and had his car trapped between both of them. He's lucky to have survived that, and he sure learned his lesson. Number 18. The Marvelous Midair Man. Has your life ever flashed before your eyes? Maybe not, but I'm sure this man experienced something like that. He was just chilling at the back of his truck, soaking up the night's breeze, when out of nowhere, a car decides to crash the party. However, this guy got the reflexes of a ninja, and he leapt into the air, does a mid-air twirl, and lands on his feet like a superhero defying gravity. Talk about landing smoother than butter on a hot tray. Who needs a superhero when you've got luck on your side? Number 17. Lucky young man dodges bullets and zooms to safety. Prepare to be amazed by this jaw-dropping clip. It's like a scene out of an action-packed film. A young man suddenly finds himself in a real-life game of dodgeball, but with bullets. And just when you think he's toast, he pulls off some great moves. He ducks and dives and then hides behind a brick, thinking that he's found the ultimate shield. But wait, there's more. In the blink of an eye, he bolts as though he has boosters strapped to his shoes. The guy's faster than a caffeinated cheetah, and it's like watching a real-life Looney Tunes character outsmarting the bad guys. Number 16. Safari Trip. This incident has to be one of the most adorable yet terrifying moments. Look at the way that lioness stared right into his eyes. I'm sure you can see the fear in his eyes, and judging from how he had grabbed the chair, we would still call him lucky. Number 15. Tesla has superpowers. This lucky Tesla owner must have thanked Elon Musk after this incident because this Tesla saved its owner's life. Having such a car that stopped itself just before a horrible disaster is definitely a huge win. Number 14. Fearless African Woman. This African woman really walked through a pack of hyenas like it was nothing. Are we going to call that luck, bravery, or stupidity? Let me know in the comments section down below. Number 13. Guy moves under a train. This guy is one insane daredevil because how do you even get stuck under a moving train? You would expect this to end in a rail disaster, but that's not the case. Luck was right on his side as he managed to pull off a limbo move, squirming and wiggling, and then he escapes the moving train's clutches, leaving everyone in utter sheer amazement. Number 12. Sewer Sizzle. A guy casually tosses a cigarette into a sewer and then an explosion of the century happens. You would expect the guy to go up and smoke as well, but prepare for a twist of luck and you won't believe your eyes. Miraculously, the cigarette-tossing daredevil remains unscathed, as if he's wearing an invisible force field. It's like he dodged a firecracker bullet, leaving everyone in awe and stitches. Number 11. Car goes rogue. A diligent officer doing her duty, all serious business, but then she may have forgotten to put her patrol car in park. Suddenly, the car begins rolling towards her, and you won't believe what happens next. Just when you think disaster's about to strike, that's when luck steps in. There's no significant damage, and the officer, well, she escapes without a scratch. Number 10. Crocodile Trouble. Up next, we have a wild ride that features airborne dentures. This woman was just chilling with a crocodile doing God knows what, and everything seems calm when out of the blue, these crocodile teeth launch like they've got wings, gunning straight for her hand. But her reflexes are on the next level. Faster than you can say flying dentures, she dodges that dental missile like an absolute champion. Number 9. Granny's Turbocharged Adventure. In this video, we witness a woman in a wheelchair, perhaps a spirited grandmother with a penchant for speed that rivals a rocket-powered snail. The man takes a break, and that's when Granny decides to zoom down the driveway in her wheelchair, as if auditioning for a role in a blockbuster action flick. But have no fear, because the man dashes into action with speed and skills that would make a cheetah do a double take. With lightning-fast reflexes, he catches Granny mid-wheelie, transforming this potential disaster into a side-splitting comedy. Number 8. Work Disaster. This woman was sucked into a rolling machine, but thankfully she wasn't hurt. She may have her head spinning for a while though, but she's lucky that someone was around to stop the machine. Number 7. Flood almost takes baby. There's a reason why it's advisable to always stay safe during a flood, but I guess this woman and her baby had an important appointment that they couldn't miss. Things almost took a wild turn when it began to steer her baby away from her, but she was lucky that people were there to help. Number 6. Train stop. This driver's car went off right in front of a railway and a train blaring its horns, announcing its arrival. With the oncoming train and her inability to move her car due to fear, she escaped, and luckily for her, the train stopped as well. Number 5. Bonfire Explosion. Just look at that explosion, and that official was not hurt. It was certainly a close call. Number 4. From spoiled to fixed. This guy tried to destroy his TV, but ended up fixing it in the process. Number 3. Man outruns cop. This is something you don't see every day, but one thing we know for sure is that he was lucky to have that pickup truck around. Number 2. TikTok biker. Imagine placing yourself in danger just to get TikTok likes. He was lucky that nothing went wrong. Number 1. Chainsaw skipper. This guy didn't see a bike coming with a chainsaw, and he still skipped over it with incredible finesse. That is one lucky and agile man. Well, that's it for now about the 50 times that people got too lucky. Which moment was your favorite? Let us know in the comments section down below.